Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Oakland Raiders. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go!
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Bound to lose one.
Now it's Watson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. You think back to all the interceptions he threw last week. Here we go. First play of the game, another pick.
And you know that all week long, they spent time breaking down exactly why he threw the interceptions. Was it mechanics, bad reads, not enough study? Sometimes you just think about it way too much, and that leads you to the next one.
Time to refocus. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, Charlie!
2nd and 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Hey, lock it!
They'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
First down,
Ready?
Raiders.
70, Indy. Hurry! Go! 55. I'm on. Let's go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll run with Allen. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
They'll start on the ground with Foster. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the run, it's Foster. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Watch the screen. Check flag 47. Check flag 47. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 47 Mike. 47 Mike.
Throwing on second down. Watson eluding the pressure right. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Raiders 7, Texans nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. They run. It's Foster looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll find Hall. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
First down, Raiders.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think someone's going to get in the QB1s here when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On third down, this is Jackson. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught them off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Ready, ready. Check, 55, Mike. You don't want nothing. Pick up the ball. Keep dribbling.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Raiders 7, Texans nothing.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal?
Hey, switch gears. Check 15, check 15. Hey, check 5.
They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. On third down, it's Jackson, and he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they hand to Foster. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson escaping the pressure right. He'll run it.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Out of the gun, Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. What a season he continues to have defensively. Now a dozen interceptions this year, Charles.
And let's face it, we've watched a lot of ball. But when you get 12 in 1 year, that's better than most careers, isn't it?
Absolutely, and you might be asking for a bump in pay, too.
No doubt about it. Running right in there and talking to the team.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And the Raiders 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Go. Get that ball. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long.
Give me that ball, defense.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Whitney merciless, able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, Haywood! 56, Mike, 56! I'm coming after you! I'm coming after you! 56 to Mike. Hit it! Check 56.
They'll set up to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to pump the ball. They've done so with that first run.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Going for the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Got it. Now. Don't let him breathe. Hey, wahoo.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's the Raiders punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Hey, Delta. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Back to throw here. Got a man, it's Brown. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. In for the score. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit.
This is caught inside the 15. A big-time play there for the Texans. 62 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Watson now to throw. Being chased out left. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This is Casper catching it out right. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready, break. 50. Defense wins championships, baby.
They run with Jackson out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, orbit.
2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
They run again with Jackson. And an alley to run. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Good job.
A big play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point forthcoming. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 48. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Over 1st and 10 at the 26.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line.
On 1st down, it's Jackson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you're worried about the clock. It's throughout the game.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Whitney merciless in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Lefty, 6-6, bullet high. Hey, exit. Get it ready.
He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Houston. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Watson. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Now Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Tight ends on the Lucy. Tight ends on the Lucy. 4 down. Alert.
Let's go. Get to Lee Griffin.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Bravo.
2nd and 13. Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, Charlie. Go.
Go now. Hey.
On the ball.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On third down, Jackson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense off the offense, now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I
24.
Here I come again. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check.
Now a first down throw. Watson. He's going to air one out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42. Johnson was the intended receiver. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. That turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. They'll run on first down. Jackson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2 draw portrait.
Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And down inside the 15 he goes. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
70, Indy. You better bring it.
On second down, this is Jackson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Ready. 10 logos.
Third down. Not today.
5.
Toss play to Jackson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
So this one, a victory for the Raiders. so for Oakland, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long from Houston.